Welcome to the RadioU Podcast. I'm Hudson.
And I'm Allie.
Coming up, meeting the man behind Spotify's AI DJX.
Also, it's Reliant K, but make it medieval times.
All that and more on the way next. The Daily Mail, some might say trashy publication. It's a tabloid, right?
Yeah, I would say it's a tabloid and, not always the most trustworthy.
Not exactly reputable, definitely clickbait, but also, they just do so much stuff. It's not like we never use Daily Mail stories in some way here on the show, but they were just caught following, so basically stalking and photographing. They were sending secret paparazzi following this person around. The person was, they thought, Meg White. And everybody's like, who even is Meg White?
Yeah, don't know who that is.
Meg White is the drummer and former wife for Jack White, where she's former drummer, former wife of Jack White. We know who Jack White is. She was in the White Stripes with him. It was him and her.
Seven Nation Army.
Seven Nation Army.
Yeah.
But she has not been seen. She has not been photographed in 17 years. Oh. Once the White Stripes broke up, she's
been out of the public eye.
She's been completely out of the public eye. And yet, recently, for some reason, the Daily Mail had a woman that they thought was Meg White.
Oh, no.
That they were following and photographing, and eventually they published some of these photographs only to just quietly take them down when it was realized that it wasn't Meg White.
No. Oh, no. Did this woman reach out to them? Did she say, hey, I'm not her?
I'm assuming, I don't know. I don't think it was the woman herself that was the reason.
Did she even know that they had posted these? Was she even aware that they were being taken?
She probably is now, right?
Yeah, I would imagine. Oh, my gosh.
It's unclear because I think this woman might be she may know Meg White, but it's not Meg White.
Oh, okay.
And so they were on the trail, but they
picked the wrong person.
They didn't actually get their mark, but it's just the idea that it would even be worthwhile, journalistically, monetarily wise, to be we're the first publication to post photographs of Meg White.
Yeah.
In 17 years. That would be worthwhile for them. I just can't imagine that a lot of people really pay a lot of attention to that.
I don't know how the internet really works anymore, but I do feel like you always see those articles come around where it'll be where are they now?
Yeah.
And I particularly see it now on YouTube as well. Videos of showing what people look like now from old TV shows or something.
Yeah.
And they'll always get suggested to me, even though I'm not watching that.
I know.
I don't know why that's suggested to me.
There's certain sites that have just the worst ads that come up on the side.
Yes, and there'll be those type of ads.
And it will be those things, and they're obviously fake too.
Yeah.
And it'll just list some show from the 80s and be you won't believe what the stars of this show look like now. And it's
right.
Why do you think I would care about that?
Yeah.
I hardly knew what they looked like when they were on TV.
Right.
I never watched the shows.
I'm the wrong person to be advertising this to. So, yeah, I feel like that might be why they're trying to get pictures. And also just somebody that's scarcely photographed, scarcely in the public eye. There's always a little bit of intrigue when you do see.
It's a mystery.
Yeah, when you do see a new image of them, because it's how have they been? What have they been up to?
Yeah.
Even if you're not the biggest fan of the White Stripes and don't really know them that much, it's there's at least some interest there.
The drummer from Seven Nation Army hasn't been seen in 17 years.
Yeah.
But here's what I'm thinking. The Daily Mail is no stranger to clickbait and stuff.
Right.
I feel like if they really wanted this to be a story, they could have just juiced something up and then not actually had photos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could have just a creative headline. That's all that matters. Get somebody to click and then write the story in such a way that makes it seem like the pictures are coming. And you just keep scrolling down.
Just keep reading.
And then it gets to the end and they've scrolled through all of the ads on your horrible website.
Yeah.
And they never did see the pictures, but then it's too late. So
yeah.
I guess then you won't get a lot of shares, but it's just it's the worst in so many ways.
Yeah.
In so many ways, it's just absolutely. Actually, it's not the worst. That's what's sad. There's worse places.
There probably
worse
are
websites.
Yep.
Worse news publications. Allie, Your Browns made headlines yesterday.
Yep.
The one time this year they'll do that probably. When their coach, Todd Monken, named Deshaun Watson, the starting quarterback, over Shedeur Sanders after being booed off of the field in their most recent preseason game.
Yeah, I would have been, if I was there, I would have been booing as well. But I'm not willing to spend money to go see the Browns right now.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not a loyal Browns fan. You can call me that, whatever. But I honestly, I have been not on the Deshaun Watson wagon since the beginning. Mm-hmm. Since we traded for him, since we paid to have him come to our team.
Yeah.
From Houston. I thought it was a big miss at the time. We gave him the largest contract Cleveland has ever given out, which was a total disaster. You could see that from a million miles away.
Was it like the biggest contract in NFL history at the time?
It might have been. It was over $200 million. Like, it was so much money.
Yeah.
It was so much money to a guy that had not proven it with Houston. Like, he had not exactly shown you that he's going to do anything worth that amount of money. And yet, of course, the Cleveland Browns are willing to spend that on him. He had all of these allegations surrounding him, so his character was in question, his play was in question, all of it was just a mess. And of course the Browns decided, yep, that's our guy.
Yeah.
That's who we want to give all this money to. It just is the most Browns thing I've ever heard in my life. And I was so mad at the time. There were fans that defended it at the time, but now they've come to their senses and realized how ridiculous this move was, and have realized that, this was never going to work out. It was never going to work out. Ever.
But it's not Deshaun Watson's fault. It's Cleveland's fault.
I would say it's a mix of both, because Deshaun Watson certainly hasn't been the most easy player to work with. Mm-hmm. The guy has been very antagonistic towards the organization at times, to the fans. He's done things that I would say are pretty questionable outside of football. And then also, I would say the Browns made the wrong move in going for him entirely. They haven't put a great talent around him to support a quarterback.
Yeah.
And so I don't think you can necessarily blame fully Deshaun Watson, but the fact that they gave one player that amount of money, it was just ridiculous from the beginning.
Yeah.
They never should have given any player that amount of money, because you just don't have a team that can support somebody that makes it worth paying someone that much.
You know what's sad now is, how many years later is this?
It's a long time. I was in college. It's a long time ago when this happened.
And he's still the best option they have.
Exactly.
So that's telling you how bad the organization is.
Yeah. And I actually, I take that back. I don't agree that he is the best option, because I do think Sanders has a higher ceiling. And it's not that I think Sanders is the guy. He's not the guy. Mm-hmm. He's not your future quarterback. You can't put your hope in him. But I do think he has a higher ceiling than Watson does, because Watson is just a bad news bear. Like, he's going to go out there, it's going to look terrible, and it's not going to go well. I can just already tell. And so Sanders at least has a shot for some type of little things to go right. It's not going to be great, but I would much prefer to see him on the field than Watson.
I think they're helping Shedeur Sanders by doing this. Whatever happened to Dylan Gabriel, the guy they drafted before Shedeur Sanders? Like, does he still exist?
I don't even know where he's at.
Did he vanish?
Maybe we traded him. I don't even remember.
Gabriel.
I don't even remember what's happened with Gabriel. I'm so out on the Browns right now.
The Browns are going to be bad. They're going to be bad no matter what. But their first 4 games they have 2 road games against the Jaguars and the Buccaneers. That's not going to go well.
Yeah.
In Florida, it's going to be hot.
Yeah.
So that's not going to go well.
Baker Mayfield's going to have a field day.
Yeah, that's right. A Baker Mayfield revenge game. Then the Panthers, okay, maybe. And then the Steelers, who maybe, the Browns division game. They always play them tough, but it's on the road. Sunday Night Football, Aaron Rodgers. The Steelers are going to win. So you let Deshaun Watson be a disaster for a little while, and then Shedeur Sanders gets to come in and ride in and be the hero. Maybe it's that next game where they play the Jets, or maybe it's later in the year, closer to their bye week, when they don't leave the state of Ohio for 2 months. Again, play like the Raiders and the Falcons, and either way, whenever he hops on in, if there's a chance he could ever have success, it's going to be one of those two situations, not fed to the Wolves against the Jaguars in Florida.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Maybe that is the plan, but I also think the plan just could be tank and try and get somebody better.
We're just assuming there's a plan.
Yeah, that really is an assumption.
Pretty clear.
It's a pretty big assumption with the Browns.
The last few years, they don't have one. Tell me how this is fair. A woman in Vienna, Austria is suing the city, taking them to court because in the city of Austria, they have public toilets available. However, some of the public toilets for men are free to use.
Okay.
While none of the toilets for women are free to use. All women, if they would like to use the toilet, must pay 50 cents to go to the bathroom.
Austria.
Yeah.
You sexist.
How is that fair? How is that okay?
That's definitely not fair.
I'm assuming that there's just more maintenance or, cleanup probably associated or something like that. Or maybe there's just more higher rate of use with the women's bathrums, perhaps.
I don't know what the excuse
what the justification would be
but
initially.
Either way, it's wrong.
If it costs, we're just going to use round fake numbers, but if it costs $1,000 a year to upkeep the women's public bathrooms and it costs $20 a year to upkeep the men's public bathrooms, should the men have to subsidize the women's bathrooms in public?
I would say across the board, it should be fair for men and women to use the bathroom either for free or for the same price. Yeah.
Even if the women's bathroom, even if they're making messes in there, but
that's the part
they have a whole special department that's the women's bathroom department.
That's the part that's not believable to me because I feel like obviously I'm a woman, but I've always heard that the men's bathroom is typically messier than the women's bathroom. And so I just feel like
that is folly, first of all.
It is.
I've worked at places where I've had to clean the bathroom.
Yeah.
Men's bathrooms are usually typically very fine.
Very fine?
The worst thing you could say is, maybe there's pee on the seat. The women's bathroom, it can be chaos in there. It can be an absolute disaster.
Yeah, I don't think any bathroom is really amazing, especially public ones. There's no public bathroom you want to go to. But I don't think that makes it right to charge women and not charge men.
Yeah, but what should the city of Vienna do? They're charging because you have to. There may be a very good reason they have to charge.
Because there's a staff that they're paying for to come and clean or whatever.
Yeah, that's separate. Well, I also think this is a crazy thing to think about, but if you let the bathrooms be free in certain cities and certain areas, then you'll have people that just squat in there.
Yeah.
And not squat to use the bathroom. I mean, they'll just squat.
Yeah, no, they'll stay in there like a homeless person or something. Yeah. No, that's a big problem in cities like New York City and stuff like that.
But you would think if that was the problem, then why wouldn't people just start squatting in the men's bathrooms where it's free?
Yeah.
So that can't be
the reason. Yeah, unless that is what they experience in the men's bathroom in Vienna. Who knows? I've not been to Vienna, so. But either way,
maybe they're squatting in the women's bathroom because it's so clean in there, and the men's are always so dirty.
They're like, it's so nice in here. No, I do think it needs to be the same across the board, whether it's free or charging people 50 cents, whatever that is in, Vienna money. They need to be the same.
Maybe it should be 25 cents each.
So they just cut the cost.
You split it up. Yeah. You split it.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Unless the men just use the bathroom way less. I think that's possible.
Maybe Vienna just doesn't have as many men. Maybe they're just they have a lot of women and not a lot of men.
If there is a disparity, there's more women. It doesn't have to be a lot more, but they use the but the rate of them having to go or needing to use it for whatever reason, that could that over time makes a big difference. So that's statistics right there, right?
Maybe that's what they're basing it off of.
Yeah.
But either way, I don't like it. It's still icky.
It doesn't really feel right.
It doesn't feel good.
I can't believe anybody signed off on that policy.
I know.
It's probably a man.
We should have known the optics were not going to be good.
A Dragon Ball Z theme park is going to open up. It's going to cost $7 billion, and it's coming to France.
Okay.
This is so unusual. 8772 Radio U. The way that this came about, because it's the brainchild of French President Emmanuel Macron and Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. they discovered a shared love of Dragon Ball Z.
Wow.
And then from that discovery, it went to, what can we do?
What do we do about it?
They're making what they call a new global destination for Dragon Ball Z fans in France somewhere.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's what having a lot of, disposable income will do, I suppose.
I guess there's so much. Basically, this is going to be funded by Saudi Arabia.
I was going to say, Saudi Arabia
France
is the country that has the money.
The money to
And now they're like, we're not funding the Live Tour anymore.
Right.
We've got a lot more income to work with over here.
So they're already, I guess, they are also creating a Dragon Ball theme park in Saudi Arabia.
So they're going to do 2.
They're doing 2. I think the Saudi Arabia one is already kind of like under construction.
Oh.
That's being created
So
as
Macron
we speak.
showed up and he's like, can we get one in France?
He said, I saw you were making a Dragon Ball Z theme park and I love Dragon Ball Z. Can you also make one here? And sure enough, I guess the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia loves Dragon Ball that much.
That he's willing to pay for 2.
He'll fund one anywhere, perhaps. He'll talk people into it.
Can we do one for Radio U?
A RadioU theme park?
Yeah.
You want it to be funded by Saudi money?
Actually, no. That's a good point.
I don't know if we want to keep our hands clean.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not do that. But I'm surprised France is doing this. I feel like I hear all the time how France has so little space. Like, particularly Paris.
Yeah.
Like, just not a lot to work with. Like, they've filled, like, every square mile of Paris is full. So I'm like, where are they going to find the room for a theme park?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it can't be too far outside of the middle of nowhere. Because, it's
you want it to be in the
city. A theme park destination.
Yeah.
I don't know if it says northwest of Paris, near Cergy-Pontoise.
Okay.
Whatever that means.
Okay.
In France.
It sounds cool.
France. Yeah. Do you have any familiarity with Dragon Ball Z?
Never watched it.
Me neither.
Yeah.
My brother likes it.
Okay.
That's all I know about it, pretty much.
Anime, I got into anime for a little bit, but I never got into the big shows that were like the shows that had been going on for years with a million seasons because it was too overwhelming.
Yeah.
JoJo's Adventure, like the Dragon Ball Z, Bleach, all of the big ones. I was just like it was way too much to try and get in.
It's overwhelming. Where would I start now with Dragon Ball Z? I have no idea. It's been it's probably close to 40 years it's been around.
Those shows have been on for so long.
I just watched the new... I'm assuming they still make new Dragon Ball Z stuff, because why would they stop?
I'm pretty sure they do, yeah. Like, there's still mangas. There's still all sorts of stuff coming out.
I'd just be absolutely...
We'd be
absolutely lost.
Yeah, we'd be totally lost. I know that there's stuff out there that says this is where you should start and this is how you should watch it if you're new to Dragon Ball Z. But I don't have the time. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't know, because I think it's been going for so long and people still love it that I'm like, it must be pretty good. What am I missing out on? Exactly. But then again, like, same with Doctor Who, and I know I'm not missing anything with Doctor Who. Yep. So I guess I'll just Dragon Ball Z will fall into that same category. But if it was between the two, Dragon Ball Z every day, 100%.
Hudson, I have found something that I absolutely love.
Okay.
It's called Bardcore. Have you ever heard of this?
No, I definitely have not.
So do you remember back in COVID times, 2020, sea shanties blew up on TikTok?
Yes.
And it became huge.
I loved that time because I already liked sea shanties.
And so it just was like now becoming popular.
I know these songs and now people are singing them.
Yeah, now everybody's singing the Weller Man. But apparently, kind of as a subgenre and something that was like popular, gaining popularity too, but didn't become as popular as sea shanties, was bardcore music. And this is like medieval tunes that are sung with minimal instruments. So it could be like harp, flute, lyre, something like that. And just, one singer. Mm-hmm. And so it's like tavern music, So these would have been the old songs that would have been sung in taverns. Yeah. And so those were growing in popularity.
So those didn't blow up the same because you couldn't harmonize with them in a TikTok duet.
You could, but they grew in popularity too, but they didn't get as big as the sea shanties did. Because those songs I don't think are as popular. But a thing that helped with this was at the same time as like COVID was happening, The Witcher came out on Netflix.
Right.
And The Witcher has a character who is a bard, and he would sing like little songs about The Witcher. And so like that helped with the popularity of this. But I came across this recently. I had not heard about it during COVID, but there was a girl who started doing that type of music in 2020. Mm-hmm. And she went by like a fake name. She's from Canada.
Nice.
The thing I love about this is that it's no AI involved. It's real people, you know. But she creates Bardcore music, and she uses like popular songs and turns them into medieval tavern songs. So she's got one for like Pink Pony Club and, somebody that I used to know. She just put out one called Choosin' Wessex, which might be my favorite so far. She also did Teenage Dirtbag by Wheatus. It's very fun. And so I thought I would go ahead and see what some of our songs at RadioU would sound like if they were a medieval bard tune.
How did you do that?
I used AI.
Oh, okay.
What she doesn't do, which is great, and I applaud her for that because I was very worried when I first heard, which was the first one I heard was Choosin' Wessex, and I was worried it was AI, but I couldn't when listening to it, I was like, this doesn't sound like AI, but I was worried it was, and then I did some research and found out, no, this is a real girl singing, and she actually, works with other musicians who did similar stuff during COVID with like the bard music or whatever. So I think that's really cool. But I thought it'd be fun to check out some of these songs. So first up is The Devil Wears Prada, When You're Gone.
Okay.
Here it goes. When thou art gone, the colors from mine eyes begin to fade, and gray the heavens lie beneath the rain. I wonder where thou wanderest tonight, and whose soft words now keep thee by their side. When thou art gone, each passing moment stretches like an age, till even time itself begins to break. I've poured from out my heart more than it holds, and lost the life that once we two had made. Canst thou feel me? I reach for thee, across the hill, across the sea. Hold fast, my love, beneath the moon, for we shall yet be better soon. We shall yet be better soon. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, I do feel like you should be reading it with an accent.
But accents are not my thing.
Yeah.
And then, I thought this would also be fun to do for an older song that we all know the lyrics for, because When You're Gone, while it sounds amazing as a bard tune, maybe we don't know it as well, and so it's like harder for us to picture what the lyrics...
match all of it up.
Yeah, it's like what the lyrics would actually be. So here we go with the Ballad of Sunny with High of 75.
Which also is going to be good because this is such a happy song.
Exactly. Okay, exactly. All right. We sat and spoke together. Quoth I, what curse befalls this weather? I know not if this sorrow deep was mine to choose or mine to keep, or if my heart so dull and glum does simply ache to see the sun. For morrow brings the rain once more, and gray clouds gather at my door. The seer foretells with woeful jest, expect dark skies and little rest. Yet still outside I'll watch and wait, and hope the sun shall tempt my fate. For back and forth the storm clouds fly, and wage their war across the sky. 1 hour bright, the next one colder. The heavens change as moods turn over, and as the clouds so twist and vie, so too it seems my spirit I. But now the sun shines warm and bright. 75, the day's delight, for thou hast borne my heart of stone and made it light as lark song flown.
Wow. AI can get something right.
I think think when given the proper materials to work with, it definitely can, because obviously these were amazing lyrics written by Reliant K or by The Devil Wears Prada, and they can just change a few words around and make it good. But if you just asked AI to generate a Bard song, I don't think it would be as
definitely
good.
not. But you're right. You take the real lyrics and you let AI cook, and you could publish a book of those.
Yes, you could.
So
you absolutely could. So
you should do "Good in My Soul" next.
Oh, should I?
By Gladden, definitely. Some rap. As Bardcore would be
I
amazing.
thought about doing NF, but that might be a lot of lyrics to read through.
That would be. Radio U, where music is going, 8772 Radio U. Is anyone else jealous of this woman on TikTok? Her name is Grace Brassel. She just got to meet a real life DJ.
Oh.
The DJ that is DJX on Spotify. If you go on Spotify and you use their AI DJ generated feature, which I have used and I don't care for it.
No, it's not great.
It's not the DJ's fault.
No, his voice sounds fine. It just, the service is lacking.
Yeah, it's more the music selection.
Yep.
The mix, and then the DJ is just so generic because it's AI made.
And plus, there's sometimes, I don't know if you've tried this when you tried it, where it'll play only the first verse and chorus of a song, or it'll skip right to the chorus of the song. And I'm like, what are you doing? I want to hear the whole song.
Allie, that's just, that's the future.
Oh,
that is TikTok.
I know that's why they do it, but I don't like it. I really don't like it.
I mean, I wouldn't listen to a station probably that did that, but some people, because that's the only part of the song they know.
Yeah, they want to cut straight to the chorus or straight to the part that's in a viral TikTok, and I'm like, no, I don't.
I'm a completionist.
Yes,
but there is a real guy that is the man behind the AI voice that is Spotify's DJX. And Grace Brassel got to meet him. She just bumped into him out and recognized his voice.
No way.
His name is fittingly Xavier or Xavier. I don't know. And obviously that's why he goes by DJ X.
Yeah.
That's how they named that. And so she actually got to meet him.
That's pretty cool, actually. I'm glad that it's a real person. Obviously they've used AI to recreate his voice so that it can be used across the board in everybody's Spotify, DJ, whatever. But I'm glad they didn't start with AI.
Yeah.
It starts with a human.
This is a guy that actually works for Spotify.
Okay.
And he has a podcast. And so they use that podcast to train the DJ voice. But if you're jealous of this gal, I mean, Allie and I, all the Radio U DJs.
We're here.
We live our lives. We're out and about. You can say, if you see us out and about in the world, say hi.
And people do. People do say hi. And they, especially when we're at events, obviously.
Yeah.
People come up and talk to us all the time.
Because people say, your voice sounds familiar.
Yeah.
But they, a lot of people don't look at our Radio U Mornings YouTube channel or on the Radio U Facebook page or Radio U Mornings on Instagram. They don't see us.
Yes.
And so then it's how confident can you be?
Right.
Are you really going to go up to this potential star and start talking to him just because you think his voice sounds familiar?
Yeah. And I do feel like I've heard from other people, and I personally think this too, that my voice sounds maybe a little different in person versus on the radio.
Yeah.
Because on the radio, it's through a mic, there's filtering.
It's processing.
There's process.
You're talking professional,
talking a different way.
It's not like I'm thinking about how I'm talking, but there definitely is just, your diction that you work on for radio.
Yes, there's something
a little more casual in real life.
Exactly. So, and I'm also not, I am talkative, but I'm not as talkative in person, especially around just strangers. So I'm probably wouldn't even put myself in an opportunity for you to maybe even hear my voice out in the middle of, just public.
I do find that I'm more likely to get recognized if I'm wearing something
that says Radio U.
No, that is, if I'm wearing something Canada or Buffalo Sabres.
Oh,
Packers
So
related,
things that people associate with you.
Yeah, it's okay, that guy sounds familiar, and he's wearing a Packers shirt, and he's wearing an Aaron Rodgers jersey.
It's all adding up.
That must be Hudson.
Yep.
Yeah. So, feel free to say hey. I had a guy at a Kroger the other day. I returned. Somebody left non-alcoholic beer in a shopping cart in the parking lot, and I returned it.
Wow, look at you go.
I know, and I returned it. So that was a good interaction I had with that guy, the employee that took it back. I opened up the Fanatics app.
Okay.
And it was a big announcement that Fanatics, Disney, and the NFL are collaborating on like a big merch line. And so basically every NFL team has been assigned a Disney-owned like character that's paired up with their team.
No way.
And so now you can get like merch with that character, cheering for your team.
Oh.
So I have the pairings for all 32 teams here.
I have a very important question for you, Hans.
Yeah. Some of these I think are home runs. Some of them I think I'm disappointed. So
who is paired with the Cleveland Browns?
Well, let me ask you who out of all that is, and remember this includes like Star Wars, Marvel.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Who would you want? All the
who
Pixar.
Would I want?
Yeah, all the Pixar characters. They most of these are like it's a clear connection of like, oh, that makes sense. Why? Like, I'll give you an example. The Las Vegas Raiders, Darth Vader.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
Raider Vader.
Yeah, well, Raider Vader. The Death Star is their stadium, so they call it. So that made a lot of sense.
Perfect.
So a lot of these are like very clear pairing up connection.
Yeah, and they already have the color combinations working there.
Oh yeah, even that one. Yeah. So what would you want for the Browns?
Okay, if I was picking color. I don't know for color, I don't know. Vibes, if I was just going off of vibes, maybe I'd say Bucky from like Marvel.
Oh, yeah, the Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not who you got.
Oh, well, that's okay.
No, you got, the Browns got Pluto.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's kind of cute,
the dog
right?
pound?
Right.
Yeah.
I thought there could have been like a more intimidating dog that might have fit more.
Yeah, is there another dog?
Because, there's a lot
option?
of dogs in Disney history.
Yeah. But I like Pluto because he's iconic.
Because that's cute. And honestly, like a lot of these, like who's going to be buying this is probably more like kids and stuff than, although they do have like merch for kids and adults. Another one that I really liked, the Steelers, is Pete.
Oh,
don't you think he like pairs up with the ethos of Pittsburgh and the Steelers?
Yeah, it works. Who did your Packers get?
Yeah, see, this is why I was disappointed.
Oh no! Who did they give them?
The Packers is Chewbacca.
Oh, Chewie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
I don't really feel like that vibes with me, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not going to be buying Packers Chewbacca merch.
Yeah, why would they choose Chewie?
I don't know if there's some kind of like connection that I don't understand, but that one was one of the ones where I saw it and I was like, I'm a Packers fan, and I was ready to buy something, and that's not it.
Did the Buccaneers get Jack Sparrow?
No, but I love theirs.
Okay, who'd they get?
They got Captain Hook.
Oh, yes!
Yeah.
Perfect.
That was what.
That is
Mrs.
perfect.
Hudson's a
I was like, it
Buccaneers
has to be a pirate, obviously.
I was like, do you want this merch? She's like, I don't. But I was like, I kind of do.
That sounds awesome. I love Captain Hook.
Okay. Oh my gosh, the Seahawks.
Yeah.
It's the seagulls from Finding Nemo.
Mine. That's a terrible option, but I mean, it makes sense. Did anybody get Han Solo?
Let's see.
I'm trying to think whose vibe would fit with Han Solo.
Through here, I do not see Han Solo
because he's
on
a
the
space
list.
Pirate. So I was kind of thinking Buccaneers, but Hook
you know what? It
works
looks
way
like
better.
It looks like they did kind of steer away from like characters that are associated with one human individual specifically.
Oh, okay.
While like Thor is for the Vikings.
Oh, perfect.
But he's still a character where like Han Solo is basically like
Harrison Ford, yeah.
I mean, I would go through all 32 because most of these are really fun. I can't believe the Packers got stuck with Chewbacca.
Yeah, that doesn't seem to make sense to me.
So,
because I feel like Chewie. I mean, I just don't know what the thought process was there.
Another one I don't really get. The Jets got Buzz Lightyear. I mean, I guess space jets. I don't know, but that one doesn't really.
Yeah, that's weird.
Match up to me.
Who'd the Texans get?
The Texans get Jesse.
Jesse, that's perfect.
Here's another one I do not get. The Bills, Beast. From Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, from Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah, why?
What are these?
Some of them are awesome. Some of them are like, what?
Yeah, do better.
We've got another Delilah the Dog update.
Hey there, Delilah. It's time for a dog update.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful. 8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app. Delilah the dog. I need maybe possibly some advice.
Okay.
There's a twofold update that they're not related in any way. But here's what I need for advice. When we take Delilah the dog out, even though we have a fenced-in yard, we have realized that we have to, unless we're taking her out in the backyard to specifically play, we have to use a leash, or else we will never get her back in the house.
Oh, no.
Now, this turned out to be fortuitous that we've had to resort to this because recently we took, it was actually Mrs. Hudson took Delilah the dog out into the backyard.
Yeah.
And as soon as she opened the door and Delilah started pulling on the leash, like to where she was standing on two legs, because there was a skunk at the back of the yard.
No.
Probably the same skunk that got Zafira the dog back in the day.
That's always been a problem for you.
Yeah, well, there is one more thing, one more wrinkle to that. But yeah, if Delilah the dog wasn't brought out on the leash, even though it's our own fenced-in backyard, she would have probably got skunked.
Yep, she would have gotten sprayed.
So that turned out for the better, but it would be ideal to be able to sometime, maybe after, we could still take her out on the leash, but let her off the leash and let her run around the yard.
Yeah.
But with Zafira the dog, this was just never an issue. If we let her out in the back, like if we said, Zafira, come in, then she would run in.
Yeah.
Or if she saw us kind of going in. Or in the worst case scenario, she was afraid of water. So if we turned on the hose, she would run in the house. Delilah the dog, this does not work. She will stay and run around the yard all day long. Unless she's on the leash. So how do we fix this? Anybody know?
Huh.
I can't figure it because I've brought out treats to try to be like.
And the treats didn't work?
They don't work. She would rather play outside and run around.
She just loves the outdoors that much.
Yeah, she really does. She's got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
So I like to let her run around, but it's like sometimes we got to go in the house,
Yeah.
So that but the wrinkle to that is with the skunk.
Yeah.
Is that our neighbors on one side recently, I don't know if they got kicked out or what, but their yard was super overgrown, and to where it was like there's got to be mice and rodents living in here.
Yeah,
which means there's probably got to be snakes and skunks also that love coming over to this yard because it's so overgrown.
Yeah, they
got kicked out. Or moved, I don't know, that they're gone. And somebody came and did the yard recently.
Wow.
So hopefully
that helps.
That will, help keep things in order, keep the pests away where they belong, which is not in our backyard. The other Delilah the dog update is it's just fun with a new dog figuring out all the foods that they like and don't like. But here's what's crazy about Delilah the dog. She likes coffee.
Oh, like drinking it?
Yes. So sometimes I'll sit on the floor. We have furniture, but sometimes I like to sit on the floor.
Sure, okay.
And Delilah the dog has come up while I'm drinking coffee.
And wants to drink it?
And she'll stick her nose in and I'm like, she's going to smell it and then not
run away.
Want it, right?
Yeah.
And then she's tried to drink it. She's tried to drink coffee.
Have you let her drink it?
No, it's mine. And obviously it's not safe. It's got caffeine.
Right.
Her heart's going fast enough already, the energy she has.
Yeah.
So I don't understand that. She's done it with coffee. And then I had these the Arnold Palmers.
Yep.
And she's done that with those as well.
And tea has caffeine in it, too.
Yeah, so I can't let her have this stuff. But I'm like, it doesn't seem like that would appeal to her at all.
That's
Meanwhile,
so funny.
though, we took her to the Bark Bash this past weekend, and we got a bunch of samples of stuff. There was one place that had fresh vegetables and everything. And so we tested out, would she eat broccoli? Would she eat watermelon? She doesn't want to eat any of that. But she wants coffee. Yes, explain that to me.
That's very weird.
So I have to watch my coffee when Delilah the dog is around.
Be careful.
I was shocked by that. I was so shocked because I held it and I didn't even pull it away because I'm like,
you were just expecting her not to drink it.
She's not going to want this.
Yeah.
And she stuck her face in and she started licking and I was like, you can't have that.
No.
So that's the Delilah the dog update today. Radio U, where music is going, 8772 Radio U. And Allie, have you seen The Mystery of the Missing Trophy?
I have not seen The Mystery of the Missing Trophy.
It sounds kind of like a book a mystery book you would have to read in school. Not have to, but that you would read when you were in like elementary or middle school.
Yeah, and it would be like the missing trophy for the Little League team.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. And then
Like a babysitter's book, babysitter's club book.
Right. Or I don't think I ever read these, but like the Hardy Boys or something. Weren't they solving mysteries?
They were, but not anything that, and not that that's not important, but like they were solving more actual crime.
Okay.
Like,
got it.
Like actual, like the CIA's involved or something,
And the Hardy Boys?
Sometimes.
I thought Hardy Boys was more like, I guess I never read it, so I guess I just don't know.
The regular Hardy Boys books were never murders. But the Hardy Boys case file books, which came out in the 80s and 90s, and maybe even after that, those were all actual murder crimes that they were solving.
Whoa, okay.
So, but the regular books, like the ones before that, they were still solving like crimes, missing people.
Like crime.
Yes, like real crime. So not that this couldn't technically be a real crime. Someone could steal that, but like they would solve real crimes sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, the mystery of the missing trophy. It's not a Little League trophy. It's not in middle school. This is real. This is the championship trophy for the PWHL.
Whoa, maybe the Hardy Boys should get involved.
Yeah.
That sounds like a big deal.
The Professional Women's Hockey League. Do the Hardy Boys operate in Canada at all?
I don't remember any books taking place in Canada. So maybe not.
Yeah, Hardy Boys on the road. The PWHL, the Professional Women's Hockey League, the trophy, they call it the Walter Cup. It has gone missing. The Montreal Victoire of the PWHL won the championship back in May. Now, 3 months later, the team's replica of the Walter Cup has officially gone missing after getting lost in transit on its way to Alberta for some reason.
Lost in transit? What does that even mean? Like it was in a suitcase and the suitcase went missing?
I guess maybe it was, it was just the airplane or, the...
So the airline lost it.
The airline potentially lost it, or I don't know if it was being sent that, if it's like the Stanley Cup where there's a guy that's always handling it.
Yeah.
Or...
Because I feel like it would be hard for me to trust an airline with such precious cargo.
Yeah, you carry on the Walter Cup. You definitely carry it on.
Hold on to that thing.
According to the league, they haven't gone into much detail, but they did put out a statement saying that the trophy did not arrive as expected at its latest stop, and added that they're working closely with the shipping company. So it's being shipped, not necessarily traveling with a person or the team. They're trying to locate it, but they are concerned that it has been stolen.
This does sound like a case the Hardy Boys need to get involved in.
Get the Hardy Boys on the case.
This is a crime. This is no longer just a missing trophy. This is a crime. There's some nefarious bad actors involved.
What is the point? What is the point of stealing the Walter Cup?
And a copy of the Walter. Like, this is a copy of the original.
I haven't been to the Hockey Hall of Fame in a while. I'm assuming like the display version stays at the Hockey Hall of Fame, much like the Stanley Cup. And then there's like the team's version. They get to travel around with it. Yeah. Or like take it to events and stuff.
Take it to their headquarters and all of that.
This is a real mystery because nobody knows exactly where the trophy was seen last.
What?
Yeah.
That's nuts. Who is running this league?
It says here that unlike the Stanley Cup, the Walter Cup of the PWHL does not have a designated keeper of the cup.
They're going to need one from now on because this trophy is, this is an example of why the Stanley Cup does have a keeper. Mm-hmm. You need a keeper of the trophy.
It's too important, but it might not need one because the PWHL's future is in jeopardy.
Oh, no.
Because the Walter Cup is named after the league's co-owners and founders, Mark and Kimber Walter. Mark Walter is also the owner of the Los Angeles Dodgers and formerly of the Lakers, but he is embroiled in an FBI investigation involving his finances. So, turns out the PWHL could have been fool's gold.
Thanks for listening to the RadioU Podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.